Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you just watched my last video that I posted with some spring projects, I told you I would make a tutorial or do a tutorial for these cute little bags that I created, which I forgot to say in the last video. Once you're completed with them, they measure 8.5 by 2 inches wide. There's gussets on the side, so it's a pretty nice size to give away some little treats. So let's go ahead and get started. So you will need a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You will need your scoreboard, and you will need a paper trimmer. So there's only one cut that you need to make. So let's do that first. So on your the only cut that you need to make is you need to trim the paper just on one side down to 10.5 inches. So, and I'll flip my, you know what, let me try to do it this way so you guys can see where I'm cutting. There we go. So I'm going to measure it down to 10.5 inches if I can. It's hard to see. Okay, so I have it at the 10.5 inch mark. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that and trim it. And that's literally the only cut that you're going to need to make. And then you're going to save this because you will need it. And you know what? I think my paper was slightly twisted. So let me just make sure that I cut all of that off. Okay, I did. I think I'm good. All right, so you're done with this. Then you're going to need your paper trimmer. Not your paper trimmer, your scoreboard. And we're going to start on the 12-inch side of the paper. And let me tell you where to make your scores at. So you're going to need one piece. I'm sorry, the first score mark is going to be at the 1 inch. And I had to do this video twice because my paper wasn't lined up. So you're going to score out 1 inch. The next score mark is going to be at the 2 inch mark. The next one is going to be at the 6 inch mark. 7 inch mark. And then at the 8 inch mark. All right, then you're going to turn your paper to the 10.5 inch, and you're going to do one score. And that's going to be, hold on, this is not trimmed right. Hold on. I was cooking on one little piece. I'm just going to do it off camera because I just want to make sure that the paper is cut evenly. Give me 2 seconds. Let me fix this. Sorry guys for the little delay, because I don't want to waste this paper because I've already done it twice. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now on the 10-inch side, after we've made the scores on the 12-inch side, you just need one score mark at the 2-inch side, and that's it. Okay. And I wish I could kind of zoom out some. I don't want to stop the video. So now down at the bottom, you're going to need a pair of scissors. And if you can see this, there's 2 little lines right here, which represents 2 inches. You're going to cut there up to the 2 inch mark. And you're going to come to the next set, which is at your 6 inch mark, up to the score line. Then you're going to do one more. And this is at the 8 inch mark that you made. And you're going to stop there. Now, what you'll want to do for these little pieces, you are going to want to make a cut at an angle up to the top. And these are the 4 inch pieces that are kind of in between those 2 inch pieces. Do the same thing on both pieces that are measuring at 4 inches. So that it looks like that. And then you're going to do it on this piece as well that's down here. Just all the way up to the corner and snip it. And then one more over here up to the corner. Okay. So now there's a trick to how you fold this. So the very first, now you're back on your 10.5 inch side where you've scored it. You're gonna fold up for the first one to the 1st inch mark, and then you're gonna fold backwards onto the blank side of the paper. For this one, I did that on purpose so that you could kind of see what I was doing. Then for this score, which is the one at the 6 inch mark, you're gonna take your paper after you've already folded it, and then you're gonna fold it back onto itself, and then you're gonna fold the next one this way. So it's gonna be like an accordion fold. So they should look like little accordions. And then the last one you're gonna score, you're gonna do it this way. So now you have, so you can already see the bag starting to form. Sorry, I'm up really close. So that's how it should look. So first one up, second one down. Then when you get to the 6 mark, down, and then you're gonna fold back onto itself. Now, this is the part where you're going to need the little piece of paper that we had left over. You're gonna take this piece of paper and you're gonna make it 8.5 inches. So let me paper trim that to 8.5 inches. Let me move this out of the way. And it needs to be 8.5 by 1 inch. So I'm gonna cut that first. I'm sorry I'm off camera. I don't know how else to show you. So to 8.5. So you have a piece that looks like this. And I think this was the one that I cut wonky. So let me make sure it's only 1 inch thick. So I'm gonna cut this one more time just to make it 1 inch. All right, let me close this down. All right, and then I'm gonna trim this to 1 inch. And you can, if you want, you can score it down the middle, which I will because it'll make it easier to fold. So again, 8.5 by 1 inch thick. And let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna score mine only because it makes it easier to fold when it's such a skinny piece of paper. So I'm just going to score this right down the middle of this 1 inch strip at the 1/2 inch mark. All right, and then you're done with your scoreboard. All right, so then you're going to fold your paper, whatever side. If this was double-sided paper, make sure that the paper that's on this side is the side that's showing on the outside. So you're going to, I'm on this one, since I left it white on the inside, this is what it should look like. Fold it in half. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is not the side that you've already created the gusset, the side that's not gusseted yet. You're going to take this strip of paper and you're going to, you can do double-sided tape if you prefer. I'm going to use hot glue. I feel like it works better for me, but you can do like a double-sided, like I would do like a red line tape, like a really strong tape because you don't want your bag coming apart. So I'm going to hot glue mine. Just so it's nice and strong. And so this is how your triangle is looking. And you're going to take this part and you're going to line it up with the paper here. And then just firmly press it down. I prefer hot glue, but you can even use a wet glue if you prefer. So now you have the paper looking like this and the gusset is facing that way. Or the fold, I should say, is facing this way. All right, and now the last thing you're gonna do is I'm gonna hot glue, or again, if you're gonna use tape, go ahead and use your tape right here. So I'm gonna put some hot glue there. The best way that I can with this camera. So I'm just gonna do it like a strip of hot glue without moving my camera, if possible. All right. Then you're gonna take this piece up here and you're gonna line it up and lay it down flat onto the piece of paper that you just hot glued. And just make sure it's all nice and lined up. And then just press it down firmly. And that's it. And now you have your bag. So the only thing that you have to do now is take the 2-inch fold and fold it in on both sides so that it looks like this. And then the last thing that you have to do is you're gonna hot glue, of course, these little flaps down. You only need to put hot glue on one side. Or again, you can use tape if you prefer, but I'm gonna use hot glue. So hold on, I'm gonna do this off camera. So I have my hot glue and I'm just gonna fold that down and just give it a nice little press. So that's what it should look like at the bottom once you've hot glued everything. So now you have your cute little treat bag with the little gussets. And like I said, it's a really good size bag once you're all done. And it's ready to go. And then you can kind of pinch it. You could use some like fun scissors if you want to create a little border up here. I've already created a little clip that I'm going to use for this one since I've been doing paper clips. So I'm just going to attach that paper clip on here if I can get it. Sorry if I'm off camera. And that's it. And you're done. And I just created a little banner with a little bow in the center. And I just used some green and pink. And it's ready to go and to gift to somebody. So I absolutely love this little cute little treat bag. And again, it holds, you know, plenty of little goodies in there. So yeah, I've made like 4 or 5 of them because there's a few people at work that I want to share with. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. I'll try to put as much information in the description box. I know it's really awkward with trying to do a tutorial when your camera's in between your legs. So I hope that you got it, but I'll leave some details in the description box as well. So thanks again for stopping by. Take a look at my quick little treat bag tutorial. Have a nice day. Bye.